Hello, everyone. Welcome to another section of our podcast. I am Igwe Victor, your host for this section. Today, we'll be looking at a very insightful topic: why employers don't stay long term in an organization. And with me here is my guest, Adachuku Eze. You're welcome, man.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. You agree with me that employee retention is a problem in our place today. Many organizations don't have a problem with attracting candidates, but the candidates staying is a big issue. Many organizations are hiring, but the employees are leaving faster than expected. So we're going to look at some of the issues that are behind this, looking at some issues that can contribute to employers leaving. What do you think can be the reasons why employees are leaving?
Good morning, everybody. I would say thank you so much for that question. I would say first of all, poor leadership. When you are being employed, you are being told a lot of things and you expect so much because you are coming in with so much and you expect to get so much. And then you start working and you realize that the leadership or the management is bad. That could be one of the reasons why an employee would want to leave a place. That's if you have integrity. But if you see that you can change it and you can highlight it to the management, it's beautiful. But if they refuse to take correction, if you know that you have value, you're very valuable, the right thing for you to do is to leave. That's one reason employees leave a workspace. And also, late payment of salary. One of us just mentioned for now that some persons pay good salary but then pay late. Let's say you're receiving your salary the next month, not this month. You're supposed to receive it ending of this month, but you're getting it middle of the next month, and that's bad. That could be one reason an employee would leave an organization.
So while you were speaking, I listened attentively and you talked about poor leadership. So I want to ask you, how does poor leadership impact an employee? What are the leadership mistakes that an employer can do that can make an employee leave?
What are the leadership mistakes an employer can do that could make an employee leave? There are a lot. There are a whole lot. Let's start with lack of customer management. You don't value your customers and there's no conducive environment for your employee to work. No respect, no incentives, like you mentioned, late payments could be part of it. You know, when the company is a representative of whom the employer is, you give what you have. So if there's an error in your company, obviously there's an error with the management. So,
okay. As you said, you can talk about salary. And an employer, I agree with you totally that an employee will not want to stay in an organization where he's underpaid,
yes,
or undervalued, or he's not paid at the right time.
Yes,
we live in an evolving society. Most people who are working have colleagues in other places. So if they see that they are earning lesser than that, they want to go to that organization that will pay them higher. And that's what many employers are doing. Many employers will want to over-labor a staff.
yes,
He's doing all the jobs, but to improve his salary is a problem. So that's one of the reasons why employers leave. And then there is no welfare packages. Outside your salary, are they providing welfare packages like bonuses, incentives, overtime allowance, and other things that can make an employee stay in the company?
that's very necessary.
Yes. Do you have anything to add to that?
No, I'll say you said it all. You said it all. An employee wants to be seen. They want to be appreciated.
Yes.
As you're working here, your boss tells you, well done, you're doing a good job. That means my boss sees me. That means I'm not just working.
Yes.
And then you go beyond. Another thing, I believe every employer comes into an organization to wanting to bring value, not just wanting to come for the salary or just to understand that most things that pushes people as is because of the salary they pay. But I still believe that experience still matters. But when you go to a workplace where you are not valued, you are not seen, you are not giving accolades, it's not really a conducive environment. I could make one leave a working space and get another job. No, we speak, we have friends. And if you are communicating with your friend will tell you, my job, my workspace, my boss is this, my boss is that. They treat me like a king, they treat me like a queen. And you're like, okay. And then in your own workspace, not being treated that way. It's like, I could leave this my girl, I would leave this my job, and stuff like that. So showing your employees that they are seen really matters. It makes them to want to stay. But if the workspace is contrary to what they expect, they would want to leave.
Factors that can affect an employee not stay. I don't know, I'm using employer. So that make an employee not stay in a workplace. One other thing again is lack of career growth.
That's true.
You will agree with me that even a drunkard on the streets is still believing for a better tomorrow. A drunkard is looking for a better tomorrow. So if you're in a place that you are stuck and you're doing one activity, over time, you come to work today, you're doing one thing, the next day you come, you're doing one thing, there's no career growth, there's no promotion, you are using the same salary. This year is 100,000, next year is 100,000. 10 years come, you are still earning the same amount of money. My brother, you will certainly leave. Because everybody wants progress. When we are little, we ask us what you want to become. Even as little children, we are envisaging a good future. So when someone is in a workplace and you are not getting salary commensurate with your skills and efforts, and another thing again is most employers don't give people opportunity to grow. Everybody wants to grow, not just in salary, but in skills.
Yes.
Some people want to grow. So most organizations don't give people opportunity to go for master's program, go for learning. They don't even provide opportunity for people to go and learn. There's some organizations, and I must commend them very well. They invite speakers, they invite people from outside to train their staffs on customer management, on different skills. And when you do it for your employees, you are invariably doing it for your organization.
That's true.
And that thing again is toxic environment. You are mentioning of that. When you have toxic environment, you are coming to work and everywhere, everybody greet your colleague is looking at you and is boning his face.
No unity.
Only one person is doing one thing.
Yes.
It affects the organization. And when there is no teamwork in a place, when people are not working as a team, because Bible says one shall chase 1,000, and two chase 10,000. They just imagine what 3 can do, or even 10 can
that's
do.
That's not said in the Bible.
Yes, but you can add to the Bible. But the Bible says
no, you can't add. But let's stay on track.
We can add to the Bible, or sometimes we just give more interpretations to it, because the Bible is dynamic. So when you are in a place and there is no opportunity for you to grow, certainly you will not want to work in that place. When there is no team spirit, everybody is doing his own thing, nobody is working as a team. Those things are things that can affect. So we had a very insightful section, and we must commend our guests for your very insightful points that you have raised.
Thank you.
Why employees don't stay long in an organization. Do you have any concluding thoughts?
Okay, thank you.
Anything that we can take home?
For the employers, this is basically for the employers. I want them to always remember that their employees are first a person before they are their staff. Being a staff is secondary. Being a person is primary. If you treat your employees wrong, they will not be able to be very productive in your organization. So remember that there should be a work-life balance. It's very necessary. So don't overwork them. Don't let them burn out. They will not be very productive. If you give them space to breathe in and breathe out, they'll bring more solutions to your organization, right, and work better. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Indeed, this has been a very insightful section, and we have understood that employee retention is not about hiring good people. It's creating an environment where people feel valued and they feel that they can stay there and grow. When someone cannot stay in a place and grow, it will affect him. Just like planting a tree in the midst of rocks. The person cannot grow in that scenario. So let's make our workplace to be a safe haven. So thank you very much. Thank you for coming. We hope to see you more often. Thank you to our viewers. If you have any thoughts to share with us, or any insightful, is there any points that we raised that you're not very comfortable with, they have more lights to show, you can drop it on the comment section. Thank you very much. At Connect Content International, we're intentional about helping organizations build stronger teams and finding an organization where they can strive and grow. If you're an employer looking for the right hire, you can reach out to us, or you're an employee looking for a good organization where you can work, we are there at your service to always help you find jobs within and outside Nigeria. Click the subscribe button on your screen and stay tuned for our next podcast.